Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2 has a lot going on in terms of themes, narrative, and storytelling. But its strongest attribute, which this brief video will be focusing on, arguably has to do with how the game revolutionizes design of environment and its overall commitment to immersion. 1. The camera. One of the clearest cut revolutionary features of this game has to be its many different possible camera modes. Building off the overhaul for GTA 5 on PC, Red Dead Redemption 2 plays pretty differently in first person from third. Even the mechanics for things like movement and combat are different, or can be, should you choose to utilize things like aiming down the sights or moving with more finesse in first person. This means that the different camera registers are more than just visual. They are mechanical. There are strengths and weaknesses to each one that you, the player, can pick and choose when to use and how to implement. But one of the biggest contributions by the game to the medium's ludovisual language has got to be the so-called cinematic camera, specifically. This feature can be activated at nearly any time, and it essentially tears down the hard distinction that has remained in gaming for years between story scenes and gameplay. It's evolved out of the cinematic cam from GTA games, which could be turned on only while driving and which wasn't really meant for story scenes. Red Dead Redemption 2 adds the amazing feature that if you should place a marker on your map and then enter cinematic camera mode, your horse will take you to that marker automatically, allowing you to take in the wonderful scenery. Because horses are slower than cars and plains more wide open than cityscapes, cinematic cam can do in a western like Red Dead Redemption 2 what it never could in GTA. This is tied together, in turn, with the game's status as a western, a genre of cinema that in large part is defined by its scenic landscapes and its unity between man and nature. 2. Environmental storytelling. Red Dead Redemption 2 excels at environmental storytelling. Prior to this game, open-world titles could be often accused of having shallow worlds. How Red Dead Redemption 2 fixes this problem is it often tells a whole story with a beginning, middle, and end purely through the player's surroundings. If you set off to break and enter lonely homesteads as a burglar, you'll be surprised at what you may find. In this house, for example, a meteor has killed everyone inside. And in this one, the answer to who's killed this couple waits for you just outside in the form of a second woman, dead by self-inflicted gunshot wound. But this environmental storytelling goes beyond mere individuals. Whole homesteads can be discovered in complete desolation, reclaimed by the verdant, mossy meadows of Lemoyne, or charred black by an uncontrolled fire like the one we find near Caliban's seat. Abandoned battlefields dating back to the Civil War still scar the face of the nation, like that war's memory still scars the mind. Dank and empty dungeons still bear the telltale sins of chattel slavery, while other structures lie lousy with the bones of sacrifices to the noble ideal of a better world, like the mass suicides still evident to have taken place at Hani's Bethel. There's just as much indirect storytelling in real time in the game's many random encounters, from ex-Confederates who've taken former Union captains captive, to mad preachers and morons who kill themselves trying to open a stolen safe. The world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is teeming with more than life, with civilization. In this regard, this is a game that shows culture in a way only a game can. 3. General attention to detail. Simply put, I know a few games in history with as much or more attention to detail in them as Red Dead Redemption 2. I doubt that I've yet to see everything this game has to show me. I've well played the game past 100 hours, across 2 separate saves, one more of a white hat and the other more of a black. To be sure, the game can still be pretty buggy.
Yep. Sounds like I heard what you heard.
Even more than a year after release, which is surprising, but you don't need to be a game dev to grasp why. So many systems within systems here interlink, and that is inevitable to cause problems. It's frankly incredible that the game works the way that it does at all. If you've been to a location already prior to a mission that's set there, for example, sometimes you'll get a little extra bit of dialogue to reflect it. If you rough up a shopkeeper, they'll remember it.
If you so much as touch anyone after last time, you're out. Okay, but know that I am watching you like a buzzard.
I knew today was gonna be a bad day. All right, here it is.
That's too much now.
Please just stop.
How do I put this? Hurry the hell up.
It's just incredible all the little touches and the attention to detail that's evident in this game. Getting drunk can change how the gang and how Arthur interact, as a random example.
You've been drinking.
Don't forget to have some fun once in a while.
All right then, Arthur.
Small fires can grow into big ones, while some antagonize or greet exchanges with NPCs can conceal 2 or even 3 possible follow-up lines.
All right, easy now. Yeah, you dope.
You wanna die today?
You really can't take a joke, can you?
Go on. Teach him not to mess with you.
That's right. You best back
Okay, I really am done now.
I particularly like when I'm playing as my villain character, alternating between one and then the other, to set the unsuspecting fool on the other end up for a punchline. There are also other mechanical little details, like you can wash the blood off of your clothes just by going into a river. All in all, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece without even mentioning anything about its masterful storytelling. Yes, it's also occasionally buggy, but the level of craftsmanship on display here is truly stunning. It's a fitting love letter to the American frontier in all its beauty and handcraftedness, its tragedy, and even its horror. Full stop, Red Dead Redemption 2 has to be one of the greatest games I've ever played.